How do you follow up a game as monumental as Super Mario 64? Mario 64 was so monumental that whatever was supposed to succeed it was already going to be facing Everest right out the damn womb. That's not to say Mario 64 was a flawless game. It had no multiplayer, bad camera, and game physics being so funky that a whole 4-hour video could be made on just invisible walls. I mean, Everest isn't perfect either. Too cold, air quality at the peak is lacking, and dead bodies are not a good sight. Well, the first thing Nintendo decided to do was fuck up. The Nintendo 64 DD, a disk drive for the 64, was going to be home to Mario's next big game. Let's hope the add-on doesn't fail. Yes, after that disaster, the project was scrapped. So, what now? How about a tech demo? Mario is so cool. What if we had 128 of them? Holy shit! Mario 128 was a tech demo made to show off the power of the GameCube, as it had 128 Marios running around a disc that sometimes morphed. Also, the Marios like to try and kill each other, which is pretty accurate to what happens when you play Mario in the modern day. You would think that this is just a tech demo, but Nintendo kept claiming that it was its own game. It later became Pikmin. But then, in 2002, Nintendo actually released a new mainline Mario. That game being... Super Mario Sunshine was the next major Mario game featuring tough platforming, open levels, blue coins, a resort theme, and of course, bullshit. In every way, it was just like the predecessor, for better and for worse. It is one of the most controversial Mario games to exist. You ask one person and they'll sing their praises for the game. You ask another and they might shoot you for even bringing up such a travesty near them. With the weather getting warmer, let's take a little vacation to Isle Delfino and experience the vacation thrills in Super Mario Sunshine. To start off, let's look at the main plot of the game. Mario, Peach, Toadsworth, and a few Toads are on their way to Isle Delfino when suddenly they arrive at some goop. Mario needs to solve this terrible problem and find this hose jetpack called Flood, who Mario uses to clean the mess. He then gets arrested. Mario is found guilty due to a sketch of him from witnesses, and his crime is pollution so bad that it's endangering the lives of everyone on the island. Well, that sucks. Good thing it isn't happening in our world. Mario is tasked with fixing the mess or else he's trapped on a resort island forever. Oh no. It turns out that the Shine Sprites left the Shine Tower because of the pollution, causing the sun to dim. So unrealistic, the sun's supposed to get more prevalent and dangerous, not less. Along the way, a shadowy clone of Mario shows up and kidnaps Peach. You then go through stages to collect shines, and at the end go up against Shadow Mario for a shine. Eventually, reach Pinna Park, where it's revealed that Shadow Mario is actually Bowser Jr. in disguise, claiming that Peach is his mama. Peach actually questions this, which means that she not only fucked Bowser, but has also given birth to a turtle and can't tell somehow if Bowser Jr. is that turtle. The fuck is this shit, dude? They then leave for, well, ain't that an interesting name. Once you clear all the levels, the town gets flooded and you can enter the volcano to beat Bowser and beat the game. Before the credits roll though, everyone falls from the sky and Flood fucking dies. This is so sad, am I right? Flood gets repaired immediately after, who cares? Overall, they added more story to this game than 64, which is nice, and luckily it doesn't feel intrusive on the gameplay. The cutscenes are relatively spread out and never get in the way, though the voice acting can be, well...
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Delfino Plaza is the main hub world in this game, and, like 64, the hub still feels alive and has things to do. Of course, as you progress through the story, not only will more events happen to unlock new levels, but the place will get brighter as you get more shines, which is a cool little sign of progress. Delfino Plaza has 20 blue coins and 16 shines, plus an additional 2 from the airstrip. Some of these shines are very simple, like this one which is just running into this wall. But there are a few bonus stages here as well. The bonus stages are pretty infamous, most notably Pachinko and Lily Pad. Lily Pad surrounds you with poisonous water and makes you guide a lily pad across to get the 8 red coins. Steering the lily pad can be a bit tricky, but with enough practice, it isn't that bad. Even if you fuck up, you can go along the railing to collect the coins. Pachinko, on the other hand, is so fucking broken and painful to do. You have to get launched up and collect 8 red coins to spawn the shine, but the physics are so jank that when you die, it's never your fault. The game always tries to pull you to the center, so trying to reach the holes on the left is incredibly annoying to do. Landing on a pole can just leave you stuck or just standing there, and if you miss a hole, you have to redo the whole damn thing. The physics are never this bad in any of the other levels, but this level decided that fuck Newton, am I right? The other shines in Delfino aren't as difficult, even the ones that are also their own levels. The funniest shine to me is that a breaking boxes game, as I guess I ran out of ideas for shine, so they made you do it twice. The blue coins also aren't that bad, though some of them require you to put fruit in some baskets. This is just slow and boring most of the time. Then, there's durians. You can't pick them up, so you have to use Mario to move them to the basket, and these things always move either too much or not enough. It's so fucking annoying, this is bullshit. Hell, I didn't even know durians were the real thing for a while because I'd never seen one in person. I thought it was just made up by the Sunshine devs. The main levels are pretty cool in this game as well. Bianco Hills is the first level, which is a grassy hill level with a little town and a windmill. There's nothing particularly special about this level other than the fact that you could just skip the first shine if you wanted. Ricco Harbor is a solid one as well. It has high rises and bloopers that I rip the arms off of and watch them flop around like the physics broke, which, to be fair, isn't unusual for this game. I love it. Gelato Beach is fine, I don't really care about it. You could skip all of it if you know what you're doing, which is funny. People bitch about Sandbird, but it's really not that bad. I think you guys just suck at the game. Pianta Park is the best level in the game, however. Not only does it have story relevance, but it's also a theme park with broken collision on the pirate ships, 2 roller coaster stages, and flowers that talk about how much they'd love a dick. What more could you want? Serena is also great fun. It's got gambling and a maze that I don't know how to navigate. Where the fuck am I going? Noki is all fun and games until I have to get all the blue coins. You Google it and it's like coin and wall, and there's 20 coins it could be. Then finally we have Pianta Village, which has some funny shines like 2 watering chomp shines and a dictionary definition of pain. Every level has a unique set of shines, from defeating different bosses to races, and of course, the special levels. Each stage has 1 or 2 of these levels where FLUDD gets taken away and you need to test your platforming abilities without the safety of FLUDD. Some of these levels are pretty free, like good luck fucking up Gelato 1. Then there's ones that are absolutely bullshit, mainly Noki 6 and Pianta 5. Noki 6 is a tough platforming challenge with rotating platforms, wall jumps, and especially doing this level efficiently, it can be tough. However, this does not even compare to the insanity of Pianta 5. This one involves these chucksters tossing you from platform to platform. The problem is just how precise you need to be sometimes. If your position is just slightly off, the magnitude increases as you fly in the air. You have little control of Mario in the air, and so Piantas move, making it way harder to align yourself. There's also this part of the stage that, honestly, I don't even know if they meant to leave it in. It's completely pointless. You can also replay each of these levels with a hover nozzle and do a red coin challenge, which is cool. That's another thing. While each level has 7 main shines, that's not all they have. There's an 8th mission to each level that is completely optional, ranging from red coins to watermelon to balloon popping. Pretty cool. It's also 100 coin shines, which is more annoying in this game as it boots you out of the level upon completion. But what is interesting is that there's an actual strategy to picking what mission you do the shine on. I guess this could be a pain in the ass to get 70 coins in only to realize there aren't enough coins in that mission, but I still think it's pretty cool. Each level also has 2 extra shines hidden in other shines. Most of the time it's just the red coins from the floodless stages, however there are some unique ones like spraying the sun, because of course. Spraying this specific part of the ground to reveal a ditch where you have to quickly spray the wall here before it rises again, and doing Ricco 2. Again. If some of these aren't clear or directly told to you, you just kind of have to fuck around enough or Google it to discover these. It also definitely feels like a bit of padding to make each level have 8 main shines, a 100 coin shine, and 2 bonus shines. It's clear that the devs just didn't have time to add more levels, so they just had to shove some more shines into each level if they did have. That's another thing. This game only has 7 main levels, which is a bit over half of what Mario 64 had. At first, you might think this is quality over quantity, and I will say that I find the levels in Sunshine to be a bit better than 64, but not to the degree where it feels like it fully makes up for the lack of main levels. Again, it's clear that the devs just didn't have the time to make more full levels, so they added more to each level to reach the 120 shine quota. This isn't the only sign of rushed development, however. Let's talk about the blue coins. I have a love-hate relationship with blue coins. On one hand, they're fun to collect as you go through shines, giving you more than just a direct path to each shine to follow. But on the other hand, they're only fun when following a route while you play. These fucking coins can be in incredibly annoying places, often aren't available in just one mission, and unless you have a guide up the whole time, you'll often have to go back to levels you would have otherwise 100% completed just to get the damn coins. There are 30 in each level, plus 20 in Delfino Plaza and 10 in Corona Mountain, totaling 240 blue coins altogether. You could trade 10 blue coins to Tom Nook looking ass over here for a shine, meaning a whole 24 of the 120 shines come from blue coins. That's just about a whole 20% of shines literally just bought from this fucking guy. This doesn't make any sense in game logic, as the shines leaving the tower literally endangers the lives of Delfino Island residents, yet this guy just hoards 20% of them for himself? Forget Mario, throw his ass behind bars. Bring Box Guy into the trial as well, he hoards 2 shines. This is just painful at this point. This also means that each main level technically houses 14 shines, which is unreasonably high, and those extra shines could have been baked into new levels if the devs just had time. Getting the coins makes me want to die as well without a guide. 30 coins hidden in a level, oftentimes requiring you to play specific missions to access them, making it impossible to get them in one go, and the obscure spots they can be hidden in make me wonder if Miyamoto time traveled from a time where the internet was actually good when designing this game. Like, of course spraying this one spot will reveal a blue shine that gives me a coin. Who would have not thought to do that? Overall, blue coins are a bitch unless you have a route to collect them, which are alright I guess, but obviously full levels would have been leagues better. Alright, I've been a bit negative. Let's get some positivity flowing, and luckily, this game helps that with phenomenal movement. Mario may have lost the ability to long jump, however he makes up for it with Flood. Flood is truly a godsend for this game. Not only does it add a water gun to the game, which is always fun, but it adds a jetpack, speedy movement, massive jumps, all in one package. It is incredibly useful to get around faster, cross larger gaps, or save yourself from dying like a fucking bonehead. It's not something you really appreciate enough until you get to the Floodless stages. Despite Mario not usually having Flood in his games, and Mario's base movement also being really good in this game, you still feel hopeless without it. It is an incredibly powerful tool in your arsenal with so many ways of using it that it not only becomes second nature to use it, but you depend on it to navigate around. I want to see Flood return as it opens up so many platforming possibilities. That's not to say Mario himself isn't also incredibly versatile. As I mentioned, he lost the ability to long jump, but he still retains all of his other abilities from Mario 64, except for punching and kicking. Honestly, do people even use those abilities for more than going up steep slopes through the silly kick exploit? You can still triple jump, dive, and wall jumps were improved so you can slide down the wall rather than just bonk if you don't time your jump perfectly. You can pick up and throw things, you can go in first person to aim, slide on the ground with a spray and dive, and of course, spin jump. Spin jumps are arguably the most powerful ability in the game. They are an incredibly fast way to gain height without having to set up a triple jump. They can substitute a double jump when setting up a triple jump. It can slow your descent a little, and you can do a dive right as you spin jump to gain more speed and distance. This single ability is so useful in so many circumstances, I love it. Sunshine is the second best movement in the entire series, only behind Odyssey in my opinion. One final thing I want to talk about is the world and atmosphere and world building, which is truly what makes Sunshine stand out from the other Mario games. Every single level has a resort theme, from the beach to an amusement park to a hotel. Every level fits the island aesthetic perfectly. Another little detail I love about the world is that it all feels connected. You can look off in the distance at numerous points and see other levels off in the distance. It really helps make the levels feel all connected as opposed to Mario 64 where each level was its own little plane of existence. The music also helps contribute to the atmosphere. The music is entirely tropical and relaxing. It makes you just want to lay down in the sun and let it melt off your skin. I fucking love it, man. It's so calming and relaxing. I want to be in Delfino Plaza. I want to sink into the goop. Mario Sunshine is definitely a game that exists. It has many flaws as evident from the lacking content and the jank physics in many parts, but does that take away from the game being good? Absolutely not. The problems aren't usually noticeable as you're playing, as it's so easy to get lost in the flow of the relaxing environment and difficult platforming that you might not even notice until you look back in retrospect at the game. It pushed Mario onto the GameCube and introduced new and unique mechanics that make it enjoyable to come back to at any point. Whether you played the game on the GameCube, Switch, emulator, what have you, there's a good time to be had cleaning up the island stopping Shadow Mario. While I wish there were more levels and some physics quirks were ironed out, It is a blast from start to finish. While I personally would be more likely to replay 64 compared to this, I can recognize the unique qualities of this game and I can see why many would prefer this game over 64. I wish there was a Sunshine 2. I would love to be able to get back Flood and traverse Isle Delfino again. And while it may be more mixed in the community compared to other games like 64 and Galaxy, I'd say it definitely hits the mark of being up there as one of the greats that has come out of the Mario series. Still probably my least favorite 3D Mario though, but again, I don't hate it. It just means I may shit on it a little more. I can recognize the flaws of the game, yet I love it and want to replay it constantly, practically monthly at this point. That's how you know a game's good qualities are good, if one is willing to replay it constantly despite the issues present. It is always a great time, and if you get the chance, go play it. You won't regret it.